Hi, hope you're doing well today. In today's video, I am going to share with you some of the most in-demand jobs that you can do from home or that you can do remotely. Now, obviously, this video is for those who are already looking for a job online or work from home, or those who are planning to apply. But at this point, if you don't have the ability to work from home yet, because let's say you don't have a laptop or computer to use yet, then it's okay. I understand that if you don't have a job now, you obviously want to have one, get hired and paid as soon as possible, especially with the crisis that's going on in the world. But there are a lot of things that you have to remember when you start working from home. I discussed that in my previous video, so go ahead and check it out. I will put the link up there. On that note, I have partnered with 𝙈𝙐𝙎𝙄𝘾, a company that shares my vision to help you get hired and thrive in the BPO industry. This is a company that really cares for its employees and values your well-being by negotiating fair salaries and benefits and even providing you the job stability and security that you deserve. And 𝙈𝙐𝙎𝙄𝘾 is also invested in your learning and development, which I like because you don't just hire you and then let you do the work. They actually want you to succeed in your career. So if you are interested in our future job openings, then I will leave the Facebook page link in the description box below, so go ahead and check it out. Like and follow the page so that you will be updated whenever we have new job openings or new roles that are fit for your skill set. So let's go now to the different jobs that you can do from home. Let's start with the more corporate jobs that you can do remotely. Number one being a customer service specialist. And if you're again already working in the BPO or call center, then this makes sense because this is already one of your skills. But in this job, you will really need to have a dedicated home office and a good quality headset, as well as the necessary communication tools to connect to your customers or your clients. But if you're already working for a certain employer or company, then this will be easier because most likely you'll be provided with the gadgets or the tools that you need. But if you're working as a self-employed professional, then you will have to invest in those gadgets or tools for yourself. The requirements are pretty strict for voice jobs, especially that you'll be communicating with your clients and you wouldn't want any distractions at all. So before you do this kind of job at home, make sure that you have the requirements needed and the gadgets, the tools needed. And of course, customer service is not only limited to voice communication, it can also be for non-voice, such as email or chat support. And for non-voice jobs, you don't necessarily need to have a super strong internet connection and a good quality headset, because you just have to send emails and send chat messages to your customers. The next one is a sales specialist. A lot of companies are hiring sales specialists for their outbound marketing campaigns. It can also be a lead generation specialist. So it depends on the product and the service that's offered by your employer or by your client. And by the way, I am providing you the general or basic job descriptions for these jobs. But please take note that each company might have its own job description. So the job description for a sales specialist in company A might be different from the job description of a sales specialist in company B. So make sure that you check out the expectations that they need or they want from you before you apply. The third one is a human resource or HR manager or specialist. A lot of companies already employ them from home or remotely. And for sure, you know what an HR specialist or talent acquisition specialist is. Basically, they handle recruitment, could be payroll, could be admin work. So again, it depends on the company. It can be very, very broad. Next is QA analyst. They review and check for errors for different products and services. It's also called quality analyst. They develop steps, test workflows, processes, and make sure that all services meet the company's standards. Next, we have a reporting specialist, or is another term for marketing analyst. You will examine current trends and marketing conditions, and then you prepare reports describing potential sales of particular products and services. Next one is very common, IT support specialist. So if that's already your skill, that is your college degree, that's what you've studied in school, then please go ahead and apply. IT support specialist oversees computer systems for businesses and offers support to the system's user. The next one is a virtual assistant or executive assistant. This is like one of the most common jobs that can be done remotely. But this can be very broad. When you're a virtual assistant, you can also be an executive assistant. You can do a lot of things. So it really depends on what your client or your employer wants you to do. Generally, you provide professional, administrative, technical, creative assistance to the client. For example, you can be doing email outreach, you can be updating the blog posts or social media, or you can be assigned or tasked to make sure that your client gets to his or her meetings on time. You're pretty much like an assistant, but you are working from home. Next is a project manager or an account manager. So a project manager is a professional in the field of project management. If you're a project manager, your responsibility includes planning, procurement, and execution of a project from start to finish. So usually this is a job that has a defined scope and also a defined timeline. So for example, you're supposed to finish the project in 3 months, and then you finish it in 3 months. And it can be in different industries. Number 9 is a payroll specialist. It can also be lumped into the HR department, but other companies would need to have a dedicated payroll specialist who will take care of the payments or the salaries of the employees in a company. You can also be an accountant or a bookkeeper. An accountant is obviously a professional who performs accounting functions such as audits or financial statement analysis. When you're a bookkeeper, your job is to keep records of the financial affairs of a business. So if you're already doing this for a company, then why not try to look for a company that hires for this job online? You might, actually find the company that you really love. Then we also have data entry specialists. So data entry specialists are practically the link between paper and computer or digital. So you will encode what's on paper and move them into a cloud-based system or the computer. So you take the information from different locations. You can encode canceled checks, bills, reports, other information, enter it into an electronic data system for storage or for easy access. But you must be really, really good and fast in typing. So check your typing speed and see if you can be a data encoder or a data entry specialist. Next one is transcriptionist. If you're a transcriptionist, you are a typist who listens to recorded or live audio files and then convert those files into text format. So what you hear from the audio files, you will type them down and then it becomes a document, a report, and in most cases subtitles for videos. Yes. You also may offer services in different industries such as medical, legal, or general transcription. That's why you hear some people say medical transcriptionist or legal transcriptionist. And we also have English teacher or tutor. If you're already doing this and if you're already confident that you can transfer your skills and your knowledge to other people, then you can definitely start to be an English tutor or a teacher. A lot of people already do this online, but then again, this one really needs for you to have a dedicated work office because you are most likely going to speak with your client or with your customer through video call. So a strong internet connection is always a must. And this is also why I did not apply as an English tutor, because I know that my internet connection, at least before, my internet connection was not very stable. So I opted for non-voice jobs. Now let's move on to the creative industry. So in the creative industry, you can be the most common, a blogger, content writer, copywriter, or creative writer. So this job can range from writing for a blog, company's blog, or someone's personal blog, and also be writing a copy that intends to sell a product or a service, and also be a creative writer. So it really depends on what the company or the business owner needs. Second is graphic designer and or illustrator. I know there might be differences between the two, but it depends on what the company needs. In my experience, some graphic designers do images or photos that need to be posted on the website or e-commerce shops. So again, it depends. Next is social media manager or specialist, and also be the digital marketing manager. If you're already fond of using social media and you know the ins and outs of how to grow a social media account, you can use that skill for businesses and for companies. So go ahead and check it out. And we also have a video editor. A lot of people do videos now, especially businesses and entrepreneurs, and most likely they will outsource this type of job because they just want to focus on filming videos and doing their own thing while having someone do the editing for them, because it's really a lengthy process. So if you have a skill in editing videos, then by all means apply. Next, another kind of new thing is a podcast editor, similar to a video editor, but this time you are editing a podcast. Next, we have SEO specialist. So you are responsible for making sure that your company's website or blog posts or videos are ranking on Google or different search engines, and so that your company's page will appear on the first page of Google when people search for it. And we have number 7, brand manager or an e-commerce manager. If you are knowledgeable about Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, then this can be the job for you. Number 8, we have creative director. Creative director is a position found within different industries such as graphic design, film, music, video games, fashion, or advertising. And the job entails you to be obviously creative, because you will be the one leading all the creative assets of the company. This might also include their marketing, social media, branding, those things. Then we have marketing or advertising specialist. So advertising managers and marketing managers have the same goal, which is to get others interested in different products and services. For advertising managers, you find way to interest buyers in products and services, while for marketing managers, you're responsible for determining the demand of a product or a service. Number 10 is a web developer. You will also find this a lot. So if you're a web developer, you create a site's layout, integrate graphics, applications, and other content. You also write web design programs in a variety of computer languages such as HTML, JavaScript, CSS. So again, it depends on the need of the company. And last on my list is internet researcher. If you're really good and you find yourself very comfortable searching on Google, other search engines forums like Reddit, social media, Facebook, everywhere online. If you're everywhere online, then use that skill to get paid and hired. A lot of employers are looking for internet researchers. You are leveraging your skills of navigating the web to get or extract necessary information. For example, if a company wants to sell a product or a service, they will need an internet researcher to keep looking online to know which products or services are in demand these days. So why not apply for this job? But it's not enough to just extract information. You also need to be resourceful and also know how to analyze the information and details that you have extracted from the World Wide Web. Obviously, this list is not all-inclusive. There are so many job opportunities online that you can do from home, but these are the ones that are most common. And if you have questions about any of them, you know what, the first thing I'd like you to do is to Google the job, and then you can see the job description. Then you will be more knowledgeable about what that type of job entails. So if you feel like you're skilled in web development, then go ahead and search that in Google. If you don't find anything in Google, then sure, you can email me. Everything is in the description box below. I will do my best to answer your question. I hope this video helped you, and as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, take care, and see you on my next video.